And if you don't know, now you know. This is just gonna be like a classic gold holiday look. You can wear this for New Year's, for Christmas, if this video is even up before Christmas. I'm gonna go into the Pulp Fiction palette from Urban Decay. So I'm gonna take the shade Tyranny and just kind of like buff that into my outer V/crease. Okay, so I ended up kind of buffing that all over the eye, pretty much, but that's that shade. And then I'm just gonna go in with like a bigger type blending brush to kind of, you know, diffuse it, just to make sure the makeup looks really seamless and blended. Okay, so after that, I'm gonna go into my Gwen Stefani palette by Urban Decay and take the shade Zone. It's this brown shade right here. And I'm gonna kind of do the same thing, but just a little more focused, like right on that crease part, rather than like diffuse it all the way out. I usually just use concealer as my primer, but since I did my eyes before I did my face, I put a primer on because, like, you know, you have to. Yeah, so we look nice and blended, nice and smoky. First, I'm gonna go in with this Too Faced Natural Eye Palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Honey Pot, which is the gold one in the palette. But I'm gonna start by spraying my brush. I just use the Smashbox primer water. By wetting your brush, it's gonna make that gold or whatever like shimmer shadow you want to go on just so much more pigmented and so much brighter on the eye. Picking up some of that Honey Pot looks really cool. And you're just gonna put that all over the center of the lid. Not going so far out as we are gonna go into the inner corner. Okay, so now that we did this eye, you gotta do the other one. So I'm just gonna respray my brush and hopefully I'll get this eye in the shot, you know? Okay, and then what I'm gonna do again is go in with those same shades that we used in the crease. So that's gonna be Tyranny from the Pulp Fiction palette, and then the shade from the Gwen Stefani. And I'm just, again, gonna take it on a crease brush and lightly, like obviously not as much, go over the crease. I just like to really keep the focus on the lid. So I'm gonna take on more of like a tapered kind of fluffy brush, but smaller, so more detailed. So I'm gonna take the shade Zone again and get that into my outer V. Okay, and then I'm gonna take an angled brush, and with this shade Vengeance, which I don't know why or how it got cracked. I think that just must have happened. But yeah, just any like dark chocolate brown shade. And then we're gonna go in really close to our eye line, like almost like we're gonna put eyeliner on, like a winged liner. Look at me. Okay, so I'm next just going to like quickly put some face makeup on this bitch because I'm ugly as fuck right now. This is easy. I'm gonna make a little foundation cocktail on the back of my hand. Christmas hasn't happened yet. Foundation's really my strong suit. Quickly just buff that out. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Oh, sorry about my hair. It really sucks, I know. But that's what you get when you let your heart win. So yeah, I'm gonna put some concealer on. I'm having a blast, really. I'm gonna take my Tarte Shape Tape concealer and just put that where I usually do. And taking a damp beauty blender. Let that ish out, man. I just like to take my concealer a lot of the times and like use it to make my eyeshadow to cut that shit up. You know what I mean? So next, after I did my foundation and my concealer, I'm gonna pop on a cream highlighter. This one is a sample that I got from my Ipsy bags. And I like to do this before putting any powders on just because you should really do your creams first, then your powders. Okay, so I popped that on my cheekbones, right here, right above my eyebrows. And then I'm gonna go in with my under eye setting powder, which is the Kat Von D. I'm not gonna show you the palette because it's pretty dirty. But yeah, I like to dab out any creases that might be happening under there. And I always just dab. I never rub. Ever. Okay, so this is like an illuminating setting powder that I just like put on the parts that like I want to highlight. The highlighting part of your under eyes. So then I'm gonna set my face with the Wet n Wild Pressed Powder Photo Focus. Okay, so now that we did our face, we're gonna go back into the under eyes. Buff that shit out by taking Tyranny from the Pulp Fiction palette and then Zone from the Gwen Stefani. Sorry about my hair and my eyebrows. And like as we go darker into the shadows, I like to not take it as far into the inner corners. I did Tyranny kind of really all over the under eye, and then with the next darkest shade, I'm gonna kind of go a little bit, maybe like only halfway. Just because I find that that's the most flattering for me in my eye shape. If you want to go all under, be my guest. And then I'm gonna take a smaller brush, like this little tapered one that we had going on, and get Vengeance, the dark chocolatey brown shade. Look at me. Look at me. We have this super cool look, and then for an inner corner highlight, I think I'm gonna take definitely glittery, without a doubt, man. That's where I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna take on my inner corner from the Gwen Stefani palette, these two shades, Blonde and Bathwater, I think. This is holiday, right? Pop on your favorite mascara, man. Or woman. You know, I don't judge. And if some bullshit like this happens to you, just don't worry. We have Q-tips, okay? And if you don't have Q-tips, then you should start worrying. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody's perfect. Okay, now we're just gonna bronze. Becca Champagne Pop. Look at me. 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 Okay, this is the finished look.